It's still hard, obviously, because I'm not fluent and I can't understand. But I want to start creating those connections, breaking down the language barrier. You know, um, so we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Um, I just can't wait. So, um, I don't know what else. Let me see what's else on the topics. Um, I kind of talked about this, but um, so it's gonna be two more topics. Um, why? So I kind of already talked about what makes a person memorable. Um, Obviously, with the personality that Speed has, like this, boom, just like this really energetic personality. Like it's just 100% every day. Like like I want people to understand, like, there's not too many people that have like a work ethic like Speed, man. And it's not even a matter of just the things he do. It's just like it's like that dude never run, but he's one thing about Speed is whenever he's on camera, he's fully in his character. You know what I mean? Like, I would want to know how he is offline. You know what I mean? Because I know at the end of the day, I know everybody right now has characters. You have to portray yourself a certain way. You know, um, I say for me, the character I present is very synonymous. Is very similar to me offline. I'll say me offline is a little bit more quiet and observing, but I think obviously me online I have to have. Y'all see a little bit of my personality. Like, it's more so like you're seeing me with friends, like how I am with my friends. You know, um, I'm not like this to everybody, so I can only be like this with my chatters, my chat back. I can only be like that. Um, but there was just so many times, just like I said, with same thing with music. There was always things that kept connecting me back to music. I was always had opportunities to go to the studio. Somebody was telling me, "Hey, pull up to the studio," like, you know what I mean, like. And I was terrible my first time. I was very nervous. Didn't know how to really project my voice when I was singing. Um, and it took a lot of studio sessions, a lot of money. A lot of money is invested into that. And now, like, obviously, I still got a lot to learn. In the R&B space, pop space, Afrobeat space. Um, but there is a hunger and a fire, um, and I just can't wait to show that side too. Um, but just same thing with streaming. Like, there was just always points. Like, when I first came to LA, I had people that was like, "Hey, we finna go be on live stream with somebody or XYZ." Like, I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." Or there was just moments where, like I said, watching the stream university inspired me. It just pulled me in. Like I don't know if people peep, like, after streamer university 2025, like, you seen just so many people that just started streaming, like, yeah, let me spark up a stream. And, like, I still at that point didn't think it was for me. um but I think now it's definitely for me, because the first month of 2026, first six, like from January to May, it was so much that I had to learn about myself. Okay. Really had a lot of stuff about myself that I really had to learn. And it took every ounce. It took me isolating myself from people. Like, I've, and still am, fully isolated. Like, um, I think sometimes, even though, like, the people that may be good in your life, like, if you really want to do something, you gotta be on that dark road. That's very lonely. That's another thing we don't talk about. Like, when you're on this road to success, it's very dark and it's very lonely. Nobody can help you get to that point. Nobody can help you get to that next level. And it's it's knowing who you are within that time frame is going to really bring the most and the best out of you. So those were the things that like made me reach even just the level of starting streaming. That I had to, there was things within me that I had to bring out. There was just always questions that I want to know. you know the biggest thing is what I've said, I think 2 streams ago. Just knowing that, like, I've always thought there's like a GPS to success, and there's not. Like, there's no way of like making that connection of like, okay, if I turn right on here and I'm gonna, like, it's not, success is not a calculated equation. It's a receiving equation. Like, it's something that you receive. It's something that you have to position yourself for the odds to fall in your favor. Like, people think that success is an acquisition. Like, you can't acquire success. Success has to be dropped into your hands. Success can only be received. you know, you can position yourself and to the point that it's like you're almost taking it, but it's still, at the end of the day, something that you receive. That's what I believe, and understanding that um, the the map is intuitively. You can never see, like, you can't see the map. People be trying to see, oh, we're getting there. You just gotta do X, Y. Like, we can't see the map of the roadmap of the success, because what we might think is 1,000 miles, it just might be 1 mile ahead. So that's why you always have to have faith in your intuition, have faith in God, and understand that these things are blessed, and these are blessings. And you still gotta pray even when you're doing bad. You know, you definitely gotta pray when you do good. Like, I thank God that I'm in this space. I ain't making a cent from streaming yet.